Hey, what's up everybody? It's Kellen here from Start Your Systems and welcome back to MX Bikes, where today we're going to be playing the 2022 St. Louis Supercross Ride the Track Map version in MX Bikes by the Moto X Collective. We're going to start out with a little bit of a third-person lap here today. I have some people comment on the channel every now and again that say that they wish that I played in third person a little bit more often. I used to play this game in third person and slowly learned how to play it in first person because I just feel like it's a better experience to play it in first person, personally speaking. But still actually know how to kind of play in third person. It's not going to be better when I play in first person here in a moment. I'll actually have some better laps to show you guys, but at least show the track off in third person here to start with and just talk about it a little bit. Of course, the Moto X Collective guys, this track is pretty much exclusively done by TFC. I have G-Dub always tell me that he has nothing to do with the actual track building, so apologies G-Dub, it's not actually you building the track, it's TFC. But those are the two men behind the plan at the Moto X Collective, and they have come out with this Ride the Track Map version of the upcoming Supercross rounds. I think they've done every single one, but maybe one of them at this point, I think. I don't remember which round it was, but I do know that one of them they didn't actually get done in time or something like that. So they've definitely been out here grinding, putting these tracks out for us, and it's kind of cool to be able to see the track, obviously, beforehand, especially now with Ariel still behind on the series a little bit. And then, you know, this is like, they basically take the 3D rendered track map and then just overlay it on the ground and then build up from that, and so you get like a, you know, as close to the actual track map rendition as possible without too much stuff changed up. I'd have to imagine that, you know, there's probably going to be a couple things different about this actual track on the weekend in St. Louis, so it's not going to be this exact replica per se, but, you know, usually it's something pretty close based on, you know, how things have gone the last few years. Usually the Dirtworks track crew tries to stick as close as they possibly can to some sort of semblance of this exact track, so yeah, it's an interesting track design for this weekend. I feel like, you know, it's a Triple Crown going into St. Louis. We've had a weekend off, so everybody's kind of fresh and ready to go again to a degree. And with a Triple Crown, I feel like, you know, starts are going to be pretty critical. There's a long start straight this week. It's not the full length of the stadium, but it's pretty close. It's got like, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 yards less than it normally would be to be a full stadium length distance. But then the one thing I don't love about this track design is it's got a lot of left-handers and very few right-handers. The only two right-handed corners on the track are that sand sweeper and the right-handed kind of like U-turn after the finish line jump. So neither of the right-handers on this track are bull berms, and instead you have, let's see, two left-handed bull berms on this track, three actually, excuse me, and, you know, three other like 90-degree left-handers, left-handed sweepers, a bunch of other weird miscellaneous options like that, which usually tends to lead to not the best racing because you don't have the opportunity to set up lines or set up passing by having back and forth rhythm lanes. You just have these, you know, this is a left-handed sweeper, first rhythm section, triple on off, triple on off, another left-handed sweeper, then you go over this tunnel right here, downside the back of this, the lone Supercross triple on the track right here, and then another left-hander. This is a 180-degree left-handed bull berm though. Come through this rhythm section, then you got a left 90, and so you go four left-handers before you hit the first right-hander on the track, which is just going to be a sand sweeper, so it's not even like a bull berm, and it might end up being very one line there. Then a left-handed bull berm, then a left-handed 90, and then down through this last section before the finish line jump, go through the whoops, and another left-handed bull berm. So it's just a lot of left-handed corners. I feel like that's not going to race very well particularly, but we'll see. Maybe this, you know, is one of those tracks that it kind of breaks down enough that multiple lines end up being possible. Like for this first rhythm section, for example, like in the sim race last night, there was 4 different lines that people were taking. People would triple on, triple off, quad out. Some people were going double quad quad. Some people were doing the line I'm doing right here, which is, you know, triple on off, triple on off. And some people were going quad quad on off. So, you know, there's a lot of different options available there depending on how they build that rhythm section in real life. It might open up some opportunities, but it might also end up kind of, you know, stale and one-lined as well. So yeah, I mean, I guess I have to see how it kind of plays out. Obviously, the rest of the track is very standard, basic, whatever you want to call it. You know, the rhythm section after the Supercross triple should be a 3-3. It might be a 3-2-1 to the inside and just hug that little pole before the over-under bridge. The rest of the kind of rhythm parts of the track, though, is pretty basic. You got the, you know, double into the corner after the sand, then the double out of the corner, and then a double into the next 90 degree after that. Step on, step off before the whoops. Again, some of these, depending on how the lines break down in each corner, it might be better or possible to like roll in and then do table over single before the whoops, or the raised corner might end up being a little bit off camber, so tucking inside, like kind of checking up and not doubling all the way into the corner, tucking inside, rolling out, and then double single into the next corner might be possible. So there's the possibility of lines being multi options, like what I'm talking about is right here. Jump up into the corner. I cased it a little bit too hard, but case this double into the corner, tuck inside, roll off the top of this guy right here, and then double single right here. But it doesn't really work out too well in this particular version of this track. It might work out in real life a lot of times because of the ability for guys to like soak stuff up. It does maybe play into their hands a little bit better to do stuff like that, but right now, just basically looking at this track, it seems a little bit basic, a little bit dry. Maybe that's a good thing for a Triple Crown though. Maybe it'll create closer racing, but it still seems like it would create close racing that's single file more than anything. But we'll see how it plays out. It might end up working out pretty well. It might end up being a little bit stale. We're 13 rounds into this championship. Things are pretty much a foregone conclusion for Tomac to try to wrap up this title. Feels like a lot of the focal points kind of shifting to more or less the 250 East-West Showdown that's going to be in Atlanta next week. There's some discussion behind that with Christian Craig. He's got a 26-point lead in the 250 West Championship. 250 East is back in action this weekend. This could be a pivotal race a little bit because it's only an 11-point gap for Lawrence over McAdoo. Last time they raced a Triple Crown, McAdoo won, and so Lawrence lost points back then. And if we go into the showdown with Lawrence not having like a big lead on McAdoo, he may choose to send the showdown a little bit harder than Craig, who has a big lead on Hunter Lawrence. So I think that this race kind of sets up the showdown depending on which side of it goes. But beyond that, I feel like this is going to be a pretty standard kind of Triple Crown race, late season. Not a whole lot of drama on the line in the 450 class. Maybe some guys trying to get their first wins of the season still, of course, like Webb, Barsha, Malcolm Stewart, all trying to get those wins. But yeah, we're starting to already, I feel like, think about outdoors a little bit. Some of the cool propositions coming with that. Hearing about maybe Jeffrey Hurling's coming over will be really cool to see if that ends up happening. I'm sure I'm going to produce a video detailing kind of more stuff behind the scenes with that at a later time when we have a little bit more information. But round 13 of Supercross back in action this weekend. This is kicking off a 5-run stretch down to the finish line of this 2022 Monster Energy Supercross season. We're going to do, obviously St. Louis this weekend, Atlanta Motor Speedway the weekend after that, then Foxborough, Denver, and Salt Lake City to wrap up this championship in 2022. Kind of crazy how quick it seemed to end up like passing us by. Like I felt like when we were in the California swing and the championship was close that it still felt like there was so much of this championship left to go. And really through this East Coast swing with the way that the tides have shifted and Eli Tomac, winning 5 in a row for the second time in his career, really shifted the tides of the Supercross championship. And now he's going to try to go for his first ever 6-peat or 6 in a row, whatever you want to call it, this weekend in St. Louis. And, I feel like with Tomac, we're getting to the point a little bit where we're talking about, is he as good as he was on the Cowie? Is he as good as he was in that tremendous 2017 season when he was just winning races, every weekend? It seemed like maybe not. I really don't know, but he's definitely in a zone that we haven't seen him in for years. And if this Hurlings thing does end up happening outdoors, boy, I'm just so happy that we have this current version of Eli Tomac, because it's going to be a lot of fun to see if he maintains this, this level of, not dominance necessarily, but just, high level of Eli Tomac that we have. Couple it up with Dylan Ferrandis coming back for outdoors, and maybe we get Hurlings, maybe we get Cairoli, maybe we get, who knows, maybe Roxon comes back. Tough to say at this point, but round 13 of Supercross, of course, coming up first. Triple Crown, I think, for the winners this weekend. I don't know, man. Tomac's always good in Triple Crowns. I'm going to say he gets it done. Finally gets the first 6 in a row of his career. Moves into 4th place all alone. Breaks the tie with Chad Reed this weekend. Goes to 45 career wins. Would only be 5 back at that point of James Stewart for second all time in Supercross. Kind of crazy how quickly he's moved up these leaderboards. And then 250 class. I I really do feel like Lawrence is probably going to win this weekend, but I'll just say to keep things a little bit interesting, let's say McAdoo goes like 2-2-1 and Lawrence goes like, you know, 1-1-4 or something weird like that, and McAdoo gets the win this weekend. So I'll pick Tomac and McAdoo. As always, in the comment section below, let me know who you guys are picking for this weekend's race in St. Louis, whether or not you're going, whether you're excited, and yeah, back in action in St. Louis. Supercross, ready to go racing again for round 13. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. As always, be sure to download the track in the description below. Shout out to Moto X Collective again for creating this track, and G-Dub for being part of the Moto X Collective, I suppose, with TFC building this awesome track. And shout out to all of you fine folks for tuning into another video. Hope to see you guys in all of our future videos on the channel. More stuff coming this week, and we'll see you guys then. So long for now.